happy belated Christmas or happy holidays or winter or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or winter solstice. I personally myself celebrate Christmas and Happy New Year to those who follow that calendar. I would have done one of these earlier, but I was pretty much traveling for the whole 2 weeks of Christmas break. Yeah, there's a lot of time in the car. This video is a book haul because it was Christmas. That means I got books, and I got a lot of books. Like, I'm kind of shocked at how many books I have. Like, its stack is right over here, and it's big. We have this tradition in my mom's family, actually, that on Christmas Eve, there's this thing. On noon that day, you have to be the first person to say Christmas Eve gift to your family, to all members of your family, by noon, exactly on the, like, once it hits 12, you gotta tell everyone. And if you get the person, if you say it before them, they owe you, like, a small gift. You know, like a little gift, like a piece of candy or things like that. It's specifically a tradition in my mom's side of the family, and we've been doing it for years. And honestly, I never care about getting the presents at this point in my life. It's more just, I want to do it. And with the invention of texting, I'm awesome. But anyway, so, sorry, that's one of our traditions. And like I said, I always love it. And then usually mom and dad are good about it, and they usually get me something. So we were in Oklahoma, in my dad's hometown. They have a non-chain, I don't think it's a chain anyway, a non-Barnes & Noble bookstore. And so dad came back and had brought me 2 books. I didn't even know he'd gone to the bookstore. We would go later. Oh, and they also had a really great coffee shop. Anyway, he got me this, which is the Twilight Director's Notebook. Now, before you roll your eyes about Twilight, because we like to do that here sometimes, you know, I might have issues with the series as a whole, but I always thought Twilight, the first book, was always really good in what it was trying to do, and I always thought it was kind of a good standalone. I didn't think the series necessarily had to be continued, although if it hadn't been continued, I wouldn't have met Jacob Black, and I really have always liked Jacob Black. Literary version, not necessarily movie version. But I do find the production of film really interesting, especially for young adults. So I'm actually really kind of interested in reading this and seeing some of the stuff that they chose and why they chose it. Because even costuming has like this whole symbolism thing that I never think about. So anyway, so that's that. I got that from my dad as Christmas Eve gift. And then this other one I got was Shakespearean Insults, Educating Your Wit. And I've looked through some of them. I know some of them. Most of the ones I know are from Midsummer. Some of my favorites from there. I thought I would perhaps use them on my 2 lovely brothers. So that's what Dad got me for my Christmas Eve gift. Then later we went to Brace Books in Ponca City, Oklahoma. Now you know where my dad's from. If you want to stalk that side of my family. And Dad offered to buy me books. More books, which I don't know why he did, because he knows how many books I have. He's had to move them several times. Anyway, so I went there, and I was very good. I narrowed it down. I did look 49 Stories by J.D. Salinger, which I've really wanted to read, but they didn't have that available. They only had Catcher in the Rye. All that to say, they also had a cute coffee house, and they had something called Pooh Brew, P-O-O-H, B-R-O-O-H, which based on Winnie the Pooh, and it was raspberry hot chocolate, which was really good hot chocolate with whipped cream and drizzled honey. And it was really good, and I thought I would share that because we should all make it. But I bought, I chose Maureen Johnson. I follow her Twitter. I read a short story by her, the one in Let It Snow with John Green and Lauren Miracle. She's a friend, you know, sort of a contemporary of John Green's, gets a lot of praise for her books, and I've never read any of them, so I picked up The Name of the Star, which is kind of about a Jack the Ripper wannabe and a girl in London, and I don't know. It sounded kind of different, not something I would normally pick up, and I always wanted to read Maureen Johnson. She has lovely tweets, so got that. And then, because I only have 2 copies, I thought I needed another copy of Peter Pan, but I have to show you. Look at this. It's got the rough, you know, like uneven cut pages. Isn't it gorgeous? how could I not? Anyway, so I started rereading it because it's a new year, and I figured, why not reread Peter Pan yet again? Okay, so that's what I got at Brace Books. I saw one of my best friends in Oklahoma when I was there. She moved there a couple years ago. She's a professor, and because of that, she didn't have to mail my present to me. And one of my she got me some other things, but she got me a book, and it looks like a, well, actually, it looks like a graphic novel, but it's a collection of essays on the fan phenomena of Doctor Who. So it's a lot of essays and stuff. And I've actually always wanted to write an essay about Doctor Who, not specifically the fandom, but I find fandoms pretty interesting. I participate in them, but with online communities, and Comic-Con and things like that, it's a whole new ballgame than it was when I was, a child and a little more fandom-like. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm really intrigued by this, especially, like the difference between people who know old Doctor Who and people who only read or have watched the new Who and maybe the books and stuff. So that's kind of cool. It's by Paul Booth, which apparently my friend, because she goes to these like pop culture conferences, was there, and it's signed. It has a Dalek, and it says, "When I say run, run." I thought that was kind of cool. It says "to Eden." So anyway, so that's that. And then I got presents from my parents. They'd gone to this town, and this small town, I think in Tennessee, where they had all these used books and used other things. They also got me some steampunk stuff, but that's another thing. And they got me some used books. One of them being the Norton version of the Scarlet Letter and Other Writings by Nathaniel Hawthorne, which I did teach American Lit at one point. I might have to again. Who knows? They got me the Oxford World's Classics of Emma, which is the only Jane Austen I don't own in paperback. I do have it on Kindle, but it's one of those like free versions, and it's super hard to read. So someday I will finish this. I've started it, and I just can't finish it. Emma's a little hard to love, I will admit. And then they got me this Cambridge School Shakespeare of Much Ado About Nothing. But the cool thing is, other than the fact that it's just Much Ado, is it's somebody's, and they have notes, tons and tons of notes in this. It's like, well, I don't, it's a little voyeuristic. Anyway, I'm kind of excited about reading it and seeing the notes. I'm pretty sure I've read Much Ado. I can't remember. Okay, so there's that. And then Mom also got me, I think this was Sam's Club, the Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, which is really cool because I looked through it and there's a lot of stories that I don't even recognize by title. And since I've been watching Once Upon a Time and have found an interest in fairy tales again, I might learn something. So there's that. And then there is this book, which I don't know if my sister-in-law gave it to me or just lent it to me. Sorry, I'm not positive. Anyway, she got me, I saw her, we all met up in Colorado over Christmas break for my dad's 70th birthday. His birthday is several days after Christmas, which is an awful time to try to get people together, but a lot of people came, and it was in Colorado, which is cool. And my sister-in-law was there, and she literally came to my hotel room and was like, "Here, you'll like this," and just handed it to me, and I forget how she explained what it was. Oh, wholly refreshing. If you like Harry Potter, Buffy, X-Men, or any assorted series, you'll probably love The Rook by Daniel O'Malley. So, she just gave me a book. I think it's adult. There's no reason not to think that. So, that's my book haul. And it's not even my birthday yet. In case you wanted to know, my birthday is in a week. Just so you know. I am not sure I'm doing anything exciting for it. Probably grading, because I have a lot of grading to do. My grades are due the next day. Oh my gosh, let's not think about it. I actually had to take a pause from grading today because my brain just couldn't take any more essays. It's not the student's fault, it's just the same material over and over and over again. But I think I am getting better at grading essays quicker, sort of. Okay, so the entire total of books that I received, either because people gave them to me or someone decided to buy them for me, thanks, Dad, 10 books. 10 books. I mean, that's just lucky. So that's kind of my Christmas haul, Christmas book haul. I don't know if I did get some Amazon gift cards, so there might be more books, although probably more DVDs, because I tend not to buy DVDs as frequently as I buy books. So I haven't used my Amazon gift cards, so I usually wait until after my birthday so I get my whole present haul and I don't duplicate anything. But I'll probably hit up my Amazon wish list hard. I still need to own the movie The Perks of Being a Wallflower. So that's my book haul. I hope everyone had a great holiday season, whatever it is you celebrate, and a good new year. I was in the car on New Year's Eve and on New Year's Day. That was pretty much my holiday season. I did go snowshoeing for the first time in Colorado, and I went sledding with my 2 nephews, which was way fun. And I didn't break anything, which is also good. So I will do a, I've read some break, so I hit read 70 books in 2013 on Goodreads. So I will share those at a later date. This was a really long video. I'm going to have to edit quite a bit. So until next time, I hope all is good and lovely, and probably next time I see you, I will be a year older. Peace.